You've probably stood at the edge of the ocean, let a wave hit your lips, and pulled a face. That taste is unmistakable. Sharp, thick, almost overwhelming. But here's the question you've likely never stopped to ask. Why? Fresh water falls from the sky as rain. Fresh water flows down mountains and rivers. So where is all that salt actually coming from, and why has it been sitting in the ocean for billions of years without ever washing away? The answer takes you underground, to the ocean floor, and all the way back to when Earth was still figuring itself out. By the time this video ends, you'll never taste seawater the same way again. Here's where it starts. Every time it rains, the water that falls from the sky isn't pure. It picks up a small amount of carbon dioxide as it moves through the atmosphere, which turns it into a weak acid, carbonic acid. Not strong enough to hurt you, but strong enough to slowly eat away at rocks when it lands on them. That process is called chemical weathering, and it's been happening for roughly 4 billion years. As rain dissolves rock, it releases minerals, including sodium and chloride, the two elements that make up salt. Those minerals get carried by rivers and streams, flowing downhill toward one destination: the ocean. Here's the part that surprises most people. River water actually contains salt too. You just can't taste it because the concentration is so low, roughly 0.02% compared to the ocean's 3.5%. But the ocean has been collecting that river delivery every single day for billions of years. And unlike a river, it has nowhere to send it. Water evaporates from the ocean constantly, rising back into the atmosphere as clouds. But the salt doesn't evaporate with it. It stays behind. Every cycle of evaporation leaves the salt a little more concentrated than it was before. Rivers aren't the only source. Beneath you, at the bottom of the ocean, the Earth's crust is cracked in thousands of places. Seawater seeps down into those cracks, gets superheated by the molten rock below, and comes blasting back up through what are called hydrothermal vents, underwater geysers that can reach temperatures above 400 degrees Celsius. When that water shoots back into the ocean, it carries with it a completely different set of minerals leached directly from the Earth's interior: calcium, potassium, sulfur. These vents have been active for as long as the ocean has existed, quietly adding to the chemical mixture from the bottom up, while rivers do the same from the top down. So when you taste that saltiness, you're tasting two completely separate processes working at the same time. One starts in the clouds and ends in a river. The other starts at the bottom of the Earth itself. Both have been running simultaneously, without pause, for nearly 4 billion years. Scientists estimate the ocean contains approximately 37 quintillion tons of dissolved salt. If you spread all of it across every landmass on the planet, it would cover every continent in a layer nearly 500 feet thick. That number is almost impossible to hold in your head, but it gives you a sense of just how long this process has been running. Now you might be wondering, if salt keeps pouring in from rivers and vents every single day, why isn't the ocean getting saltier over time? The answer is that the ocean has its own balancing system that's been quietly regulating itself for millions of years. Some salt gets absorbed by marine organisms that use minerals to build shells and bones. Some gets buried in sediment on the ocean floor when minerals crystallize and sink. The hydrothermal vents that add certain minerals also absorb others on the way back down. The inputs and the outputs have reached a rough equilibrium, which is why the ocean's salinity has stayed at around 3.5% for a very long time, stable enough that life built itself entirely around that number. Every fish, every coral, every organism in the sea has evolved specifically for that concentration. Change it significantly in either direction, and the entire ecosystem collapses. So the next time you're standing at the edge of the ocean and you get that taste on your lips, you're tasting 4 billion years of rain dissolving rock, rivers carrying minerals downhill, the Earth's crust cracking open at the bottom of the sea, and a balancing act so precise that life itself depends on it staying exactly where it is. That's not just salt water. That's the recipe the planet has been refining since before anything alive existed to notice it.